Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
2 out, space is empty. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He sends it out of here. He's one step closer to 100 homers this season. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with a pitch outside the zone. Impressive. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Runner at second, 2 down.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And delivers outside.
1 strike. Oh. 2-1.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. And that is that. So the Dodgers leave 1, but they lead it 1-0. Top of the 6th inning. And here is Benny Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Ball to strike. That clips the corner.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. That's off the mark, and it's 3-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that one hammered. That's back. Gone! That ball was crushed. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 2-0. And that ties the single-season home run record. His next long ball will put him all alone on top of the list.
The excitement's been building for weeks, Boog, and now he's matched one of the most iconic records in professional sports. Every single at-bat from here on out is going to be an event as he tries to take the record for himself.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. So here's the guy that is, I think, right now the favorite to win the National League MVP. On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. Now to first, and it's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And we're back. Now here is Kevin Alcantara.
Alcantara.
Out to short. Throws to first in time. One up, one down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Next offering misses. 1-1. Man at first, one away. The 1-1 is fouled off. That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Battling here as he fouls it away. Outside low, and it's 3-2.
2 strike.
Roberts stands at first with 1 out. Hit in the air, center field. Alcantara gets under it. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 8, Jason Churio.
Glenn with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
Benny Rodriguez, fresh off an impressive 2-homer performance. He'll look to keep that momentum going today. First pitch coming your way next. And next for LA, Benny Rodriguez. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. Rodriguez went deep twice in his last game. Outside corner, there's a strike. That misses.
that's a ball.
And the count even 1-1.
1 ball, 1
Two
strike.
outs, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball. That's down and in.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
You can stomach a 2-out walk to certain players, but with his speed, this guy out there in the base pass, it could turn into 2 or 3 bases.
Man at first. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Churio. On the ground, Franklin takes it to the base for the force out, and that is that. One left for LA, so now the Mariners offense gets to go to work for the first time. We've got no score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Next to hit, Lionel Madison.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Grounds one to short. Throws to first in time.
Batting third, the first baseman, Ryan Denny. Now batting, shortstop, Denny Rodriguez.
Inside, ball 1. Strike 1.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do.
Well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and we'll take a break. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mariners 1 and the Dodgers nothing. So a runner at third, 2 men out. Stepping in, Tyler Locklear.
Locklear.
Out to short, Rodriguez. To first, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. On to inning number 4. It's the Mariners 1 and the Dodgers nothing. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position.
Denny Rodriguez.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the M's 5 and the Dodgers nothing. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a Thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated? That one is absolutely belted. Base hit and a good start to the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here goes the runner. In there for strike 3. No throw, safe at second. He reaches 40 stolen bases on the season with that bag.
Easy swipe of second right there with no throw down. It looks like they're very focused on this hitter at the plate. I'm not sure if that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base, but here's a chance to drive in a run.
Man at second with one away. And here's the first baseman. Cut on and lifted in the air. Spencer makes the catch for the out. And now the right fielder, Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder.
On the ground right side. Tosses to first. That's the third out. So the Dodgers leave one. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Benny Rodriguez with an incredible season so far, leading the league in OPS. Can he keep it going again today? It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Slice to right. Dives for it. Got it. Makes the play.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
Here's the second baseman.
The second baseman, go! Emerson.
Out to short, Rodriguez. The throw to first, inning over, and it could have been worse. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We play 2 full. It's the Mariners 1 and the Dodgers nothing. 1 out, bases empty.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Ball 1, no strikes. Late with the swing there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
To third. Zips it across. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jason Churio. The batter, number 3.
Rodriguez measures 6 feet 2 inches. 31 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
That's inside. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the 5th. That one ripped. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay throw. And he's out. But one run does score in the play before the inning ends. But they push across one run on 2 hits. No errors, no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And a go-ahead run into scoring position. One away.
Always feels amazing getting the job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ball game.
Two on, one out. This one high in the air to left center. Spencer puts it away for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
So digging in, Luis Angel Acuna.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Struck him out looking.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
One down. Lionel Madison up next for the Mariners.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
The pitch. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second, that's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Nothing across here this half. Through 8 full. All tied 1-1. Rodriguez with a nice showing despite the loss.
I believe he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we're just about set to get this wild card series underway, Singy. Game one has outsized importance in a three-game set.
Yeah, Boog, it's a huge game. There's no doubt about it. Players are always talking about setting the tone in game one of a series. Well, in a three-game series, that might be the only tone that gets set. So this is no ordinary series opener.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here and towing the slab, Jackson Jobe.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
One out and a runner at second here in game one of the wild card series. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, and you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first. Awesome play there.
Well, you want to try to protect the strike zone with two strikes there. And you see on that curveball, just sort of reached out, tapped it to put it in play. You want to do it with a little more authority so you have a chance to sneak it through. But just a pretty easy ground out right there.
Two down, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throws across the diamond. That's the third out. Offense held in check there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Padres 2 and the Dodgers 1. One out, bases empty.
The shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
And he swings and misses, and it's nothing at all. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Got it. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Now it's the right fielder. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. It's softly on the ground left side. Off-balance throw in time. And that is that. Padres leave one. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Man at first, one away.
The shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
This one in the air. Manzardo. And there's two away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
One down, runner at first. Next for the Padres, Nigel Marshall. On the ground is short, could be two. There's one. And that's two. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots do up. It's the Padres 4 and the Dodgers 2. Two outs, nobody on. Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Ball one, no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
There's a swing and a miss. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the late stages of game 1. Hit on the ground to short, and it's through for a hit.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Brandon Spindler. Runner on the go. Squirts away a little bit. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position with the go-ahead run at the plate here in Game 1 of the Wild Card Series. And down on strikes he goes. Inning over.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, Ismael Mena.
The center fielder, number 8, Ismael Mena.
Out to short, Rodriguez. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Now batting, number 94.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth.
Now batting, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Odd choice here. They intentionally walk in, and the runner now in a scoring position.
These fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing the bat. But this team does not want to let him beat him.
Bottom of the ninth, 1-run game, 2 on. Spindler now at the plate. Now here's a flare off the bat. And a base hit right there. The throw in, and that's the second out of the inning on the force play.
Wow, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. Seems like you just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Chourio. And right back to the mound. Throw to first, ball game. And the Padres hold on to win a nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base. So the San Diego Padres take game 1 of this wild card series. A huge win for them in hostile territory.
Yeah, Billy, they still got their work cut out for them in this series, having to play on the road. But like you said, it's a huge win to jump ahead 1-0 in a short 3-game series. Just have to win one of the next 2 games to move on to the next round.
And on the home side of this one, obviously a disappointing result both for the team and the fans. But with home field advantage throughout, this series still has a lot up in the air. 4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you the National League Wild Card Series. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Absolutely, and it might seem like there's not as much pressure if you've already got a win in game 1, but they're dying to close this series out right here and now. The last thing they want is to lose the momentum and go into a do-or-die game 3. That's a lot of pressure.
Sometimes it feels like every game in a 3-game series is do-or-die. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And today's starter, Pedro Casilla. What do you have on him?
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Up the middle, dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and he's on at first.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
And at first, Brandon Spindler, the next to hit. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow, Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Chourio. Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening as the count evens at 1. Lifted in the air, right center field. It's going to fall for a hit. And the Dodgers score first. It's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
2-out space is empty.
Shortstop, Betty.
You know this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Whoa. 2-1.
Hit hard on the ground is short. To first, that is the inning. Dodgers down in order, but they still lead it 1-0. Wild Card Series Game 2. So digging in now for San Diego, J.P. Plaza. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Rodriguez tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam.
Shortstop, Betty Rodriguez.
Yamashita back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Right side, hard hit. On to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Now the catcher up to hit, Will Gramlin. With the go-ahead run at 3rd, here in Game 2 of the Wild Card Series. Out to short. They take the force out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they're able to even it up here in the late innings. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All tied 1-1. 1 down. And up next for Los Angeles, Penny Rodriguez.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
The shortstop takes the ball. And a count 1-2.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
All tied up here in the late stages of Game 2. And that's down and away.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Spindle in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That's hard hit in the line. Fair ball. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
All over that one right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Brandon Spindler getting ready to hit. Man at second.
1-1.
In the dirt. Nothing doing. Count moves to 1-1. In the air, right field. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Now the left fielder, Jason Churio.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
Goes down looking.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
We're in extras here. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Doug Vaccaro. Ripped to short. One away in the top half of the 10th. Winning run stands at second. Far off foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swung on, belted. That's back. Out of here. Ball game. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And the Dodgers walk it off in extra innings.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
The final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. Game 3 of the National League Wild Card Series coming your way on the show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
This is as good as it gets in a 3-game series, Boog. I mean, one game for all the marbles, and who knows how it's going to play out. But one thing I'm sure is we'll see the managers being very proactive. And in a situation like this, where there's no room for error, they're not going to be afraid to use every arm in the bullpen and every warm body off the bench if they have to.
Yeah, there's no saving something for tomorrow in this type of situation. Got to put it all out there on the table. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about ready to go. And on the hill, the big righty, Waylon Light. What's the word on him?
He's someone you can rely on to provide quality innings in almost every one of his starts, Bill. He knows how to command the mound. His stuff is good, and sometimes it's even better than good. If he gets off to a fast start, look out. It could be a tough day for this lineup.
Benny Rodriguez, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That's back. And that one becomes property of the beast. His second homer this series. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Man at first, 1 away.
Number 3, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
The first baseman, number 10, Brandon Spindler.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Spindler. The 0-2. Runner on the go. Liner, base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Ripped to right. Nabs it, and that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Game 3 moves on to the 4th. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Padres nothing. Base is empty, 1 away. Here's the second baseman, J.P. Plaza.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
On the ground to the left. Throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Rodriguez.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Not stopping. He's going for three. The relay. He's in there. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Spindler digs in now.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
And the righty deals. And that misses. And that's ball 3.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Now it's going to be Jason Churio. Lifted in the air, right field, under it. One away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Luis Angel Acuna. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases all loaded up. Tony will hit next.
Count is 3-2.
This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. So now 3-2. Hit in the air, center field. Mena makes the catch. Runner tags for home. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's 4-0.
Now, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Now batting, shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
And a swing and a miss.
Just a bit tardy there. Not sure if he had a hard time picking it up out of the hand or if he was sitting off speed.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Swing and a ground ball. And the inning is over. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They lead 4-0. So digging in now for San Diego, Kyle Teel.
Notice how they're swinging too early or too late? That's a timing problem. They need to guess right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
Grounder might be 2. Takes it to the bag. That's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Padres nothing. So the Los Angeles Dodgers get it done here in Game 3 with the backing of their home fans, and they can celebrate for the night as they shift their sights to the division series.
Yeah, congrats to them. These 3-game series don't leave a lot of room for error, Boog, and it really could have gone either way coming into this game. I think they fed off of this crowd, and those are the types of things you love to see this time of year.
And the season comes to an end in the other dugout. Not what they were. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Mets. All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good Game 1 as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture Game 1, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Just about ready to go. And today's starter, Paul Skeens.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Benny Rodriguez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. In for a strike. 0-2 now.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the block. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Look out.
Yep, I got him.
That
Take your
fastball
bait.
drilled him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Brandon Spindler steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
And here's the veteran outfielder, Jason Churio. In the air, left side. Squeezes it, and there's one away.
The second baseman,
Luis Angel Acuna steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Strike 3. Skeen says sit down.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with another good pitch for the punch out with the bases loaded. That's good pitching right there.
And now the center fielder. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Really got himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
So bases all loaded up. DeLauder will hit next. Got him! Huge strikeout there. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Dodgers 2, and the Mets coming to bat. And stepping in for New York, Nasim Nunez.
At shortstop, Nasim Nunez.
Up the middle. Rodriguez. Tosses to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
Well, we talked about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Eddie Rodriguez.
Skeens back to work. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. The shortstop takes the ball.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
Ripped to right. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon Spindler.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Brandon Spindler. Now move to first. Rodriguez dives back in safely. Back over to first, and he's back again. And that's the second disengagement now. Nobody out, runner at first. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Now a blooper back behind short. And out number 1 on the grab. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off.
The left fielder, number 8.
Juan Ramos digs in now.
Designated hitter, Juan Ramos.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Good feed. That's one. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Jackson Del Rio.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. And people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And next for the Mets, Nasim Nunez. The 1-2. Ripped to short. Throws to first, and that is that. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. We're through 5. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Mets 2. 1 out, base is empty. And here is Benny Rodriguez. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
Off the plate, ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now, let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And here's the first baseman, Brandon Spindler, trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the late stages of Game 1. Pickoff throw, Rodriguez back in on a dive.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Runner on the go, pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Horton checks the runner.
Both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
So the tying run is second. Now fly ball to right center. Nice grab on the run. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Kicks and fires. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 1. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Set for the last half of the 7th, and stepping in for New York, Angel Martinez. Hit on the ground to short, Rodriguez. Slings it across. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder, Anthony Pedguero.
So 2 down. Now here is Benny Rodriguez. Up the middle. Sends it to Sabato. And that is that. A couple of runs in the inning puts them ahead. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Mets 4.
series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game one to set the tone.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
And a final 8-7. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Mets. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boo. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Garrett McClendon.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And a base hit right there. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And up next for Los Angeles, Brandon Spindler. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in game 2 of the NLDS. McClendon keeping an eye on him. Two outs. Runner takes off. In the air, left side. Chourio. And that'll do it. 1 left for L.A. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the National League Division Series on the show. To the batter now, Nasim Nunez.
The shortstop, Nasim Nunez.
Nunez in his 12th season hitting leadoff in today's game, and he was on the ground to the left. Gloves it on the dive. Nice play there.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
One out, bases empty.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. The 0-1. And that is out of play.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And that's in the dirt.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
That one to first, but that rolls foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
3 balls.
That missed by a lot. And the count is filled up. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon.
One down. Brandon Spindler steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fly to left his first time. Check on the runner. Rodriguez back on a dive. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. One out, and a runner at second here in Game 2 of the NLDS. Ground ball right side, and there's a hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe, and they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Now batting, the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Time called now.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
So the lineup flips over. Now here is Nasim Nunez. Swing and a chopper out to short. Rodriguez throws to first in time. That's out number 2.
The designated hitter, number 5, Long.
And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Sabato hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Going to have a little more discipline in future at-bats. That pitch looked good, but you can't hit it. It was just too high in the zone. You usually see a swing and miss or weak contact in the infield.
Nice stop. Here's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly. Well, one of the goals in the postseason is to split on the road and play very well at home. They did just that with the win today, evening it up at 1-1.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close two-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. It's the New York Mets taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first two, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on to come through with a quality performance, hoping to save some of that bullpen for really critical games coming up. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. All right, first pitch coming up. Getting the nod in this one, Pedro Casilla.
The opposing hitters are going to see a lot of cutters. This guy can throw it to the front side of the plate, the back side of the plate, so you're really not able to cheat to get the fat part of the bat on the baseball.
Benny Rodriguez will hit next. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. One out, and a runner at second here in Game 3 of the NLDS. Not close with that one. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Struck him out looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
And next for the Mets, Vaughn Grissom.
Vaughn Grissom.
On the ground, Rodriguez. Tosses to first. Got him.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, no outs. Spindle digs in now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Bench. He's got it, and there's one down. Now it's going to be Jason Churio. Ground ball right side, could be two. Tags the runner. Over to first, safe. Jackson Chorio, the next to hit.
Jackson Chorio.
Ground ball could be two. There's one. And that's quick work out of the pen. One batter, 2 outs, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mets 4 and the Dodgers 1. Man at first, one away.
The shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now it's the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. He's already homered in this game. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. High in the air, out to right. Bench. Brings it in. And there's one down.
The first baseman, number 10, Brandon Singler.
Game threes are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Live from Dodger Stadium, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the New York Mets taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Waylon Light.
He touched the ninth inning his last time out. Really wanted the complete game. Didn't get it, but he did get the W. They'd love to see him pitch deep into this one again.
So 2 down. Here's a big power threat. Benny Rodriguez. He's a guy who does it all. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And a big swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Rodriguez went deep in his most recent game. And that one is lifted in the air, moving under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Scoreless after 1. Here's the catcher, Jefferson Carroll. One on, nobody out, a run in here in Game 4 of the NLDS. On the ground, 2 ball. Fired to second. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Runner at first with no outs here.
Shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, in his 10th season, 31 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. This one popped up. Carroll pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
First and second, 2 down.
Shortstop, Eddie Rodriguez.
First pitch misses.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
First and second, 2 down. Here in Game 4 of the NLDS. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. One run is in. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5. It's the Mets 5 and the Dodgers 3. Nasim Nunez up now for the Mets.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
On the ground, out to short. Rodriguez tosses across to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Mets 5 and the Dodgers 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Benny Rodriguez. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
That one misses. And a count 1 and 2. Right side, hard hit. Sends it to Sabato. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team. This team played extremely well to force this series into a Game 5. It's just like a Game 7. You win or go home. That Game 5 should be a lot of fun to watch.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Mets. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Yeah, Boo. The only negative here today is that the series is going to come to an end. As fun as it's been, I wish it could go on a few more games. And the way these teams have battled each other, and with some of the amazing moments we've seen in getting to this point, I think we're in for a great one here in Game 5.
Hard to imagine it won't be a classic, Siggy. I'm ready to see what surprises are waiting for us. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Almost ready to get underway. And pitching in this game, Postseason.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
So 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Benny Rodriguez. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Singing Game 5 an elimination spot, and the spotlight is focused on this guy.
Everybody looks to the star players in big games like this, and this is what you get paid for. Time to come through.
That's a ball.
First pitch misses.
Wow, triple digits
Ball
on the
one, no
gun.
strike.
I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
2 outs. And it remains 2-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him looking for the K. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. This is the National League Division Series on the show. The pivotal Game 5 of the Division Series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. Skeens back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
2 strikes.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
1 ball.
And that's in the
2
dirt.
strikes.
Now one missed. High fly ball, right field. Binge. As this one sized up, brings it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Brandon.
And here's the catcher, Jefferson Carroll.
Carroll.
Here comes a pitch. Grounds one to short. Rodriguez zips it across, and that is a big first out. Two outs, base is empty. That pitch gets the inside corner, and that is strike one.
Throwing it back can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Chases that one upstairs.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
On the ground. Tosses to first. Out number 3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mets 6 and the Dodgers nothing. And stepping in for New York, Junior Caminero.
Now batting, third baseman, Junior Caminero.
Hit on the ground to short. Zips it to first, and one away in the bottom of the 7th. And next for L.A., Benny Rodriguez. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Lunges, but can't make the catch. The throw's offline. He's safe. And it's 8-3.
The first baseman, Brandon.
One down. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Brandon Spindler. Moves to first. And he's back in safely. The Mets leading by 5 here in this decisive Game 5. Another throw over. And they're keeping him close. And that's the second disengagement down. The 1-2. Runner on the go. Cut on and lifted in the air. It drops in. Gets away a little bit. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. And up next for Los Angeles, Jason Churio. And they're all loaded up.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Base hit, 1 run is in. Coming home, the throw in. He's safe as he gets his hand in. It's 8-5.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. 9th inning elimination game. Chris, it's a tall task. They're going to need a crooked number to tie this game up.
Yeah, and they just have to remember that they have...
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. His second home run of the series. It's 8-6.
They wasted no time in that at-bat. Swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Two outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Brandon Spindler. The Dodgers down to their final strike. Line drive. The New York Mets take their next step They're headed to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.